Good afternoon and welcome back to Buzz News. I'm Nico Theodorou with your Teatime Bulletin. Your headlines today. A BCP council meeting this morning has granted the approval of the Vitality Stadium's expansion plans. AFC Bournemouth starlet Charlie Stevens gives Buzz News an exclusive interview after being named on the bench for the first time in a Premier League game. A charity supporting disabled individuals to get their dream job. And a failed asylum seeker has been jailed for 7 years. AFC Bournemouth have had their initial Vitality Stadium expansion plans approved by the BCP Council this morning. The Cherry Stadium is now set to have further expansion plans introduced in the coming months, including a potential South Stand expansion, taking its capacity to an additional 7,000 seats. Here's our reporter Jack Burford live at Bournemouth's local supporters pub, Queen's Park Hotel.
Healing with fans. This is the place to build up that pre-match atmosphere. Maybe get yourself a bite to eat. I'll tell you what, even Michael B. Jordan has had one of the pub's famous Guinnesses. Over to you, Alex Rapper.
BCP Council have accepted the appeal for AFC Bournemouth to expand the Vitality Stadium. We're here this morning at the Vitality Stadium, and the Council has now approved plans for AFC Bournemouth to expand their stadium from 11,000 seats to 20,000 seats. A local resident, Paul, shared his opinion on the expansion.
I think it brings so much to Bournemouth, it really does, at a time when we really need to have some kind of recognition and some kudos on the kind of geographical map. I live very, very locally and I have absolutely no objections at all. Of course, everyone talks about parking. The parking is important. I live on the other side of the park and I know when there's a big match, not just because I can hear it, but because of the parking in the area. But I think it's a tiny price to pay for what I consider to be something that's so, so important.
The club is now looking forward with detailed planning, with further planning to be shared in due course. Alex Rathbone, Buzz News, Bournemouth.
The first domino has fallen to allow the Vitality to increase in size from 11,000 to 20,000 fans. That is almost double the capacity. Cherries fans will be delighted with this news and we'll be hoping to make that place an absolute fortress on match day. It's the perfect place as well because they're now introducing a fan complex before match days, which is perfect for family-friendly activities at the Premier League ground. As you can see, the South Stand is here, and this is almost going to double in size. Duarte Filialu, back to you.
The stadium originally opened in 1910, one of the currently known as the Vitality Stadium. During 2001, there was a major rebuild at the Vitality, which saw Dean Court demolished and rebuilt on the same site. The Vitality has had a positive impact on AFC Bournemouth, as in 2015 they climbed to top flight football for the first time. In 1910, this was known as Dean Court for Boscombe FC, but later found out as AFC Bournemouth. In 2001, the stadium had a refurbishment with an all-seater venue, but in 2015, this is known as Vitality Stadium. So in 2026, the club enters a new era. This is Duarte Fialho, Buzz News, Bournemouth.
I'm delighted to announce I'm joined alongside by Mark Wormsley, who's a massive Burnley fan. Mark, what did you know?
Very much so. I can only think what it means to community, both sorts of from a fan's perspective, the facilities there, the turnstiles, more seats, more revenue, better players. It's just positive.
I bet you can't wait to get there on a match day. Well, yeah, tell me more.
It will just revolutionise what we've got in terms of the facilities. New standing, I know we organised that. So, it was, the team in the alley for some of the old stadium side of things, but it's something.
And just finally, what a boost that's going to be for the match day. You can see how it benefits itself.
Yeah, well, double capacity, isn't it, really? So you go from, let's say, 11,000 up to 20,000 plus. New parking, that would be easier. Everyone needs to be confident on the football side. So, yeah, it's just positive. Hopefully to go to the new stadium.
Amazing. Thank you, Mark. Over to you in the studio, Nico.
Cheers, Jack. On that, with George. Cheers, Jack. I'll now hand you over to the news with George Null.
Local charity SAM-E, which stands for Support, Assist, Mentor, Enable and Engage, helps those with learning difficulties. They aim to set people up with employment opportunities or assist in their startups. Sabrina Lade has more.
The SAME project started in 2016 with aims to support people with disabilities. Artist Tyler tells us his favourite things about the charity.
Number 1, digital art. Number 2, paying attention to the mentors who have more experience. Number 3, drinking coffee, of course. And number 4, of course, is taking more responsibility for your actions and what can be improved in life. Well, it has helped me gain a bit more knowledge about business, and they have helped me explore opportunities with new things and even helped progress most of our businesses and stuff like that.
Mentorship is a key part in the project.
The interns that we work with are neurodivergent or have a disability, and we call them interns because we want them to get experiences in the workplace. But actually all of them are doing an accredited course which is called Steps to Self-Employment. So when you heard Tyler talking about budgeting and marketing and all of those sorts of things, that's what he's been learning when he's been here at SAME. They have every month an appointment with a careers advisor. They also have an appointment once a month with a wellbeing person who can talk through confidentially any concerns that they have here or outside of here. And every week they have an appointment with a business mentor. So they help them to really shape their business and to move it in the right direction.
The charity has also received the Zero Project International Award 2025.
And, you know, Tyler and the other interns have got access to a sensory room. So if they feel overwhelmed in some way, then they can ask us to go, if they can go in there.
Well, I've definitely used it a bit more frequently in stress situations and stuff. Like, let's say pressure from some interns and stuff, or sometimes, or most of the time, I get, you know, having all these demon thoughts all the time.
There are plans to expand and add a third year, further supporting the interns. Sabrina Lade, Buzz News.
An asylum seeker in Bournemouth has been sentenced to 7 years in prison after being found guilty of rape and sexual assault. Our court correspondent Connor Haddow reports.
Trek Callender, an asylum seeker from Trinidad, was convicted of rape and sexual assault following a trial at Bournemouth Crown Court in December. The jury heard that Callender forced himself on the young woman after turning up drunk to her house in the early hours of June 14, 2025. Before sentencing, the victim, who cannot be identified, gave a statement saying the attacker has left deep emotional wounds she carries every day. Recorded evidence presented during the trial heard the victim pleading Callender to stop, to which he said, "Have some respect for me." Callender denied the audio evidence to the court. During sentencing, Judge Fuller told Callender he behaved in an animalistic way, ignoring her cries. Defending lawyer Mary Aspinall-Miles told the judge Callender wished to wind back the time. It surfaced that Callender is a failed asylum seeker living in the Britannia Hotel. Miles told the court that her client is eligible for the early removal scheme, but that is a choice for the Home Office. Callender faces 7 years in jail, charged with 1 count of aggravated sexual assault and 1 count of rape. Connor Haddow, Buzz News, Bournemouth.
A Bournemouth group is supporting people with autism, sensory processing needs and ADHD. The community aims to provide these individuals a social environment and a place of growth. Riley Wallace has more.
Neurodivergent support group, the Senses Project, have created a new approach in working with service users. The group offers much support and has key focuses.
We'll work with someone to develop what we call the kind of core three. Their sense of identity, that sense of belonging, and that sense of purpose. They're the core 3 things that any human being needs.
Whilst the support is key, the outcome can be just as thrilling.
And I'm like, that's my favourite part. Taking something that someone would never do on their own and get them to the point where it's second nature to them. And they would never have done that without the Senses Project. Yeah. Epic.
The group plan for an even more exciting future. Riley Wallace, Buzz News, Bournemouth.
A club in Boscombe is offering individuals a way to express themselves. Teapot Drama, held at the Old Schoolhouse, features poetry and theatre in their sessions. Our reporter Martha White has more.
In a community space in Boscombe, voices are being heard through acting, music and poetry. Teapot Drama is a club for adults with disabilities and learning differences, meeting weekly at the Old Schoolhouse. The sessions offer a relaxed, supportive environment where creativity comes first and confidence is built week by week. The focus isn't on performance, it's on participation.
Nobody sits in judgment. It's all about just what you can do, not what you can't do, really. We have loads of fun. That is the most important thing. We laugh a lot. And it's really a group for adults who perhaps don't get the opportunity to do this sort of thing elsewhere.
For members, the session offers routine, connection, and a space where people feel valued and listened to.
I think it's a big help, because I think if you didn't have drama or some kind of arts thing, I think it just makes you feel very low and very depressed. But when you do drama or whatever, something constructive, you got something to show that you did it.
Teapot Drama is now actively looking for new members from across the Bournemouth area, welcoming anyone who wants to get involved. There's even talk of a Christmas performance later this year, as organisers hope to continue growing the group and creating opportunities for people to express themselves. Their aim is simple: to provide a welcoming space where everyone belongs. Martha White, Buzz News, Bournemouth.
That's all the news for today. Here's the rest of the sports roundup with Nico Fiodoro.
AFC Bournemouth under-21s midfielder Charlie Stevens was named on the bench for the club this week. The Welshman was in the squad list for the first time in his career. Our reporter Evan Morris has more.
In what will be a moment he will never forget, boyhood Cherries fan Charlie Stevens was named in the squad for their trip to Brighton on Monday. AFC Bournemouth have been struggling with injuries this month, which gave Stevens a huge opportunity.
Yeah, it was a surreal experience for me, really. Obviously, being a Bournemouth fan myself, that's always what I've been aiming for. It came about training with the first team a couple of times, and obviously there's been a few injuries in the group the last few weeks, so that's how the opportunity came.
The Welshman will be hoping more opportunities like this keep coming his way. Evan Morris, Buzz News, Bournemouth.
Now, the thought of being a footballer is a dream for many children when growing up. One specific footballing organisation has set out to give children the chance to play football without any pressure. Here's Connor Hannon with the story.
The footballing organisation J. Ellis Football is based at Littledown in Bournemouth, with the community centred around the project in an attempt to bring children together to enjoy what they love. Founder James Ellis came down to the Buzz News studios in an exclusive interview.
We started in 2022 now, so 4 years in. What it is just an opportunity for young people to come and play football, and really focuses on exactly that, playing football, rather than intense competition or we never have trials, anything like that. So regardless of motivation, it really is about just coming along, giving it a go, whether you've played for a grassroots team for a long time, whether it's first steps into football, whatever it is. We try and meet the needs of that individual.
J. Ellis Football has grown significantly over the last few years, but is looking to make 2026 their best year yet. Connor Hannon, Buzz News, Bournemouth.
Earlier this month, Snap Fitness opened a gym on the Winton High Street. We sent Buzz reporter Benjamin Jones to a neighbouring cafe to find out how this new facility has impacted local businesses.
A massive development is happening across the street from this traditional cafe on Winton High Street. A state-of-the-art gym has arrived, boasting a sauna, functional fitness area and a Pilates studio. This is Carlos Figuera, the owner of Cantina Cafe, located opposite Snap Fitness, which opened in January. Carlos, a keen gym goer himself, was excited for the gym to open when it was announced in 2025. I went along to see how business was doing after the new facility opened. So how much does a small business like you rely on having a busy neighbour next door? What has it been doing for you so far?
Well, at the moment, they are completely new. I don't know if they're going to come more often or more close to summer. But at the moment, we have no change, no like a big change.
And we noticed you've changed up your menu a section of it's more for gym
The
goers.
people have to know. The people have to know we have things new, and we wanted to. They know what we have.
The gym opened at the start of January, but with the student population still yet to return after the Christmas break, the real rush may have to wait to be felt at the cafe. Benjamin Jones, Buzz News, Winton.
That's all for us today. Have a fantastic evening and we will see you tomorrow.